All right, what up, everybody? We're swapping to the live scene. Wait, what page is that? Oh, let me close that one out. I don't need that page up because we're not doing that right now. All right, what up, everybody? It's your boy Clown back again, where we last left off. Beat the Elite Four, which wasn't too surprising, but I am very happy with myself and the fact that I did it with even as having a low-level team. Osha, yo, bro, welcome to the stream. How are you doing this morning, evening, afternoon? I don't know what it is anymore. I can't think straight right now. So we're gonna jump into doing the Sevii Isles because apparently I gotta do that before I can start my shiny hunting, and we have to shiny hunt the legendary beast first before we can shiny hunt Mewtwo, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So we're gonna make it happen. But I'm joined by one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Dash Superior 1. Dash, say what up to the chat. Sweet. Could not agree with you more, Dash. I know you're eating food too at the same time, looks like. Alright, I think we got a decent... What fucking... Oh, okay. Copy. Samar, I hope I said your name correctly. Welcome to the stream. Hello and good afternoon. We're just gonna say it's afternoon because it's like almost 11 anyways, my time. Yeah, so we head to the Sevii Isles. I have no idea where we need to go, so we'll just head to one and go from there. Since it kind of starts, since it ends with this guy, I figure we gotta talk to him first. A special gemstone. It's supposed to be on one island, but I haven't found one yet. Alright. Alright, so then that's the case. Let's go see if we can find this rare gemstone. It would be nice to get a rock smash at some point. Alright, let's keep going. So, Dash, how are you doing this morning, buddy?
I'm making it. I'm eating my breakfast burrito.
Very nice, very nice. And we're on Mount Ember. Are we gonna need strength? Not sure it lasts. Let's go check out the warehouse, like we said. Gold bean, the log. Yeah, the second one is. Hey, this Snoop's been listening in. Just a little bit. Damn it, I'm gonna need, yeah, can we, let's see, can I fly back and go get a Mon that has what I need? Or I can fly between the islands, okay, good to know. Move Pokemon. Let's see. Who do I want to take off the team? Alakazam could be pretty good. That's what we're gonna do. Alright, move items. Item take. Alright, who's gonna be my lead? Lapras is what, holding the XP share? No, you're holding the XP share now. I need to move you. Let's go with Venusaur in the lead. I'm cool with that. He's good with that. Alright, so, along with me doing the Sevii Isles, I asked Dash to be here today because I kind of wanted to talk about some gaming news and some like things coming up and going on that are kind of interesting. I want to get back into where I can start doing the podcast again. It's just Sundays don't work for me right now. They absolutely do not. But I would still like to talk about some gaming news. So, I'm going to go ahead and just start jumping in, Dash. Let me bring the game volume down because I just don't need it this loud.
Okay.
So this morning I was checking out a video, recently, was it this month that, that fucking marathon came out, or was it February that it came out? I can't remember. That came out this month, right?
I don't know. I didn't really keep track of when marathon came out.
You know what? It's been over 30 days. It's been out for at least a month because that was the requirement for the new map to come out, which was the Cryo Archive. Anyways, I was checking out some of the stuff on that, and it's just not very good. It's not necessarily a good situation. Like, the map looks cool, and from what I was seeing, like, the gameplay loop, like, I get it. Sounds kind of fun. I don't like how it was handled. I think a lot of these game companies are just handling stuff not very well. Wait, explosion? Okay, so that's a move that could be learned. Okay, we'll deal with that later. Is it gonna be a double battle? No, not double battle. Alright, so Cryo Archive came out. They did a world's first kind of race, but it wasn't an official world's first race, so it kind of doesn't make a super lot of sense. I need to get Frenzy Plant on Thor. Probably be a good move.
What I think is interesting is how they, a lot of the talents in Marathon are directly linked to Destiny.
No, yeah, that makes sense from like a lore perspective standpoint, because everything within the universes of like Destiny, Marathon, Halo, like they're all interconnected. So seeing some similarities there, I mean, yeah, that's to be kind of expected. You know what I'm saying?
It is, but like given Marathon's original lore, it doesn't make sense why they would go so heavily into the Destiny lore. Like it's their, I get it, it's their only
IP right now.
Hold on, because I spelled Raven's name like Ananada at the end. Ananada.
Alrighty then. For me, like, and don't get me wrong, storyline and all that stuff can be important too. But I think bigger thing when it comes to games right now is just like gameplay loop is just kind of big in how they handle the games and the situations. And right now, I don't think too many developers are handling anything in perspective as good as they should or could be. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest.
I mean,
Go ahead.
yeah, I'm
No,
trying to update our Netflix because did I tell you what happened when we went to the zoo here?
No, you didn't tell me. Go ahead.
So we went to the zoo. I put gas in and I used a touch for my card, and then from the gas station to the zoo, somebody got my card information and tried to take $2 out of my account to see if there's money there, and my bank caught it and took my card off of our account.
Yeah.
And so when I got to the zoo and I was trying to pay for like a parking, it wouldn't let me.
So you got to be careful. You got to be careful
Yeah.
at gas stations, because what they'll do is, like, those little touch pads and whatnot, they'll put an RFID reader over the top of it. So you got to be extra careful.
Usually I'm pretty good about it. It's just that it was my son's field trip, and Raven went with our son in the bus, and I was gonna meet them there. So I came by the house to grab a few things, grab the cloth wagon and all that stuff, and I was like, oh, I need to get gas. So I stopped to get gas and then went over there. But yeah, so they took my card off of our account, and so everything that I paid for, like Netflix and stuff, it won't go through because I don't have a card.
Damn,
So
that
I
sucks.
asked Raven, give me your card. Give me your card right now so I can just update Netflix, because we've been watching a lot of Netflix and stuff.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you on that.
No, but yeah, like I was saying, okay, back to Marathon. Sorry, that was the epic tales of Dash Superior.
Pretty
Because
much.
there's
Oh my God.
there's always some cracking off.
Right. Hang on, I got to bring you down just a smidge bit. All right, go ahead.
I can hear me on your stream just
Fucking loud as shit, right? Yeah. Wait, what? What'd you just do? Did you do that on purpose, or did your
Yeah, I
mic
did
play
that
up?
on purpose.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I went.
Yeah, pretty much. You were peaking, bro. I'm sure you were at a foresight. So, on to the marathon, as you were going to say.
So, coming from the '90s computer gaming era, I played Marathon, and for the fact that they changed the lore of it, I mean, it is their IP. I get it; they could change it. If anything, they should have did something original instead of bringing back an old IP. Like, I think it's kind of recycled that they're going to be bringing talents from Destiny into Marathon. You know, it would make sense if it was Destiny 3 and you're bringing those talents back. But since it's like a whole new game, a whole different universe, a whole new everything.
Oh my God, a Slugma? Oh, what? We're catching that.
Like when I say that, like people are like, well, Division 2 is bringing back old gear from Division 1, and it's like that's the same universe.
Yeah, it's the same game. It's the same game. Well, but I mean, look at what they did with Marathon. Marathon is not only are they recycling stuff from Destiny, but like the whole idea of them making an extraction shooter. Like, an extraction shooter isn't new. Their gameplay loop isn't new. A lot of the mechanics and the way the game looks is like very reminiscent of Apex, and then like the idea behind having like the cryo archives, that's literally just like Tarkov's labs, literally pretty much the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and then like I was talking to my cousin Burrito about the whole thing, and I was like, you know, at this point, I'm sorry to say it, if I was gonna play like an extraction shooter of that caliber, like that, I'll just go back to Tarkov.
Yeah.
You know, I'm as sorry as that sounds, you know, because you know you want to give Bungie a chance. You want to give them a chance so that they don't disappear or get fully engulfed in Sony. We don't want that. But if they're not going to be listening to anybody and do their own thing, then down with the ship they go. You know,
Pretty much.
like that. It was kind of like when you were talking about the whole Raiders thing, and then my argument where everybody was telling me you're wrong for thinking that. And it's like, how am I wrong for thinking that? Embark is a PvP company. That's all they do is PvP. They don't know how to make a PvE.
Right. Acid Rain says, "What's good, Danzig?" I don't even. That's a name. So like,
First off, it's Glenn Danzig. Okay.
you learn
You know
something new.
what that's from, right?
No, I do not.
Mother, tell your children not to walk my way.
God, yeah. Okay, got it.
Tell your children not to hear my words, what they mean, what they say. Mother.
Like a really good song too. So it'd be like this, do this. All right, so we're strolling through Mount Ember. We're talking about stuff that's going on in Destiny Marathon. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in right now. If you guys are enjoying, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Greatly appreciated. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure to follow. Yeah, and so you should never nobody should ever be like, oh my god, you're wrong for thinking that. Like you at the end of the day, you can think whatever you want to think. Like that's your right. It's your God-given right. Think what you want to. But it's not too hard to figure out that like they're doing something wrong and they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. And I mean, I feel like a lot of these companies are doing a lot of bad right now, and it's just not good for anybody. And it's really sad to see. Will I be able to go back this way, or is that a no-go? No, I can get through. Okay, good. No, just I'd like.
Essence that your parents could have been really big fans. Who knows?
Oh, my mom was guaranteed.
Well, Glenn Danzig
Jeff,
was the original singer of the Misfits.
Jeffro Death Row says your Pokemon are trash, bro. Restart the game ASAP. Well, I like my Mon, so no, thank you. But feel free if you want to, restart your game and use the Mons you want. No worries, do your thing. Wish you nothing but the best. But anyways, so like the whole situation with the marathon thing. So specifically, it doesn't come out for a month. They release it, and then they run into a whole bunch of issues by having a world first race, but not really an actual stipulated world first race with like a title belt or anything. Which, I mean, if you're Bungie, I felt like that's a missed opportunity as well. They should have went like if you're gonna double down, why not double down? Like, how are you gonna half-ass double down? You know, you get what I'm saying, Dash?
I do. I mean,
I
haven't really like dove into marathon all that much because I was like, I don't know.
Right.
I was like, I didn't know if I was gonna be into it. I didn't know if it would be something that I would be pulled into.
Specific. Go ahead.
Usually games like that, like I usually leave it to you because you'll try them out, you'll experience it. Because me and you, I mean, when it comes down to it, we have games that we play together, games that we like, and then there's games that we kind of like differ from because of like for instance, Pokemon. I tried to play Pokemon. I can't play Pokemon.
Dude, I understand.
And I grew up with the Game Boy and Pokemon. I can't.
Dude, it's not for everybody. I mean, that's like what did I say the other day while I was streaming? I said something really interesting. I said specifically because somebody was talking to me about like playing like Kingdom Hearts. Hey, you've played Kingdom Hearts, right, Dash? Is that a no? Hello?
Oh, hold on. I was like, why did you get quiet all of a sudden? Oh, my Elgato froze.
Your Elgato froze. Okay, no worries. That was Braille. I mean, that's a typical thing within the Pokemon games. They've been doing that since Gen 3, which this is Gen 3, so I mean, makes sense. Anyways, and I can go decode it later. They usually have something going on with it. I don't know what's going on, and I can't be bothered to look. Crickets, laugh out loud. Right, crickets. But anyways, so I was saying, because somebody asked me if I played Kingdom Hearts, and I was like, yeah, I played Kingdom Hearts for like a little bit, but it just wasn't my thing. Dash, have you played Kingdom Hearts?
I have.
What did you beat it? Did you enjoy it? What are your thoughts?
Sadly, Kingdom Hearts went into the way of like Red Dead 2. I haven't beat it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so nothing super. What's the last big RPG that you actually played all the way through start to finish? Probably one of the Assassin's Creed, right?
Well, Assassin's Creed. I mean, no, the last Assassin's Creed that I beat from beginning to end was probably Assassin's Creed 3, and Black Flag. Black Flag I beat. But after that, I want to say Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Jana or Jana, I hope I said that correctly. Hello and welcome to the stream. All right. Well, so anyways, so the cringy thing I said was like, it's funny because like I'm not super big on turn-based RPGs, but and I was like, but there's only one exception to that, and that's Pokemon. Like that's a turn-based RPG that I can work with. I don't know why. I just like it. It's something I've been doing for a long time now, and it is what it is. But like certain RPGs really got to pull me in. There's one that I could jump in and play right now, and I'd have no issues, and that's Expedition 33. That game is beautiful, and I like the dynamic behind it, and I thought they built that system very well. Everything was very well thought out. And I don't think a lot of these games are being well thought out anymore. And specifically, if I bring the 3Ds into this, Dash, do you know what the 3Ds are?
No.
Division, Destiny, and Diablo. I call it the 3Ds of the gaming industry, and they're all bad in this regard. Division 2, Diablo 4, Destiny 2. Are they even a shell of what they were when they first released?
Oh, okay, yeah, no.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah. So these games have all been changed on super fundamental levels from where they released at. That's because they wanted to try something and it didn't work out really well, or the way they had thought it out. And it was a good idea in theory. And so they've revamped the entire game system, and they've changed it to this, to where it's a smidge better, but it's still just shy of where it could or should be, so to speak. And what the other funny thing is that these games keep imitating each other too. So it's getting to the point where like the lines are just getting blurred on like, and I was saying this specifically when we rolled into the tier system with Destiny, was like, now we're blurring into the lines of Diablo, because we already have this with Diablo with the tier system. Like, we had greater affixes. So like, you can get a decent piece of gear, but if it doesn't have 1, 2, 3, or 4 stars on it, it's not that perfect piece. Oh, same thing with the weapons on Destiny. You can do it with a 1 star as long as it's the correct talents and everything, but obviously 5-star tier 5's better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Love it.
And I think this is just like a major hit to what we want in gaming, and I think the total direction has been lost and missed. And so specifically with these games, we're missing the mark, and then we're not fixing it correctly, and then we're just leaving it to the wayside, and we're not really addressing like the major issues. Does that make sense, Dash?
Yeah, but it's like one of those things. Like, even when Destiny 2 dropped, they dropped the ball right in the beginning of it. It was good, but like the weapon system and all that was just kind of messed up, and it took them a long time to fix that.
And then once they fixed it, what did they do? They messed it up again, right?
Yeah.
And hang on, Juno, turn that down. Yeah, the mark has been completely missed. And then when you roll into something like what we did with Edge of Fate, like, everybody's like, well, we want to grind. It's like, yeah, we want to grind, but grinding is boring if there's nothing to grind for. You know what I'm saying? People don't mind a grind if there's something to attain. Like, what are you shooting for? And I think that's where Diablo missed the mark, comparatively speaking. Because I played from season 1 up to about now. I think I missed like maybe 1 or 2 seasons in or there, or maybe popped in for like a day or 2 and played a little bit. But one of the biggest marks that I think is missed is like, we've crept up so much in power, but here's the difference: is like in season 2, I only needed one to get one more item to drop, which was just had a super rare chance to drop. And if it would have dropped, my build would have been done. Like, if we're having like these seasons, it like in Destiny, Diablo, Division, I want to be able to get the gear I want, get it upgraded the way I want it, and then spend the rest of the season just playing and having fun. And like literally that season, it took me 2 weeks to get fully leveled up and only needed one more piece of gear. You know what I'm saying? But now if I spend all my time in Diablo 4, then I could play the entire season and my gear set or my overall gear not be finished. You know what I'm saying? And like, what's the point in grinding that? Like, there's no end game goal. And I think end game is like the biggest problem right now with all games. I think the end game is shit in fucking everything. You can't name one end game to me that is fucking flawless right now. Dash, can you think of an end game that's just like perfect? Like, this is awesome. This is where I want to be. This is where I want to spend my time.
That's a loaded question, honestly.
that was a loaded question, but I did it for a good reason. Because I want people to think about this. I had this conversation with fucking who was it that kept coming in and talking to my chat while we were still running Destiny. I forget, but he was talking about like specifically like how these games are they keep changing it and making it easier for casuals. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, who plays Destiny, Diablo, Division, World of Warcraft, Once Human? Who plays these games casual? Who is a casual player? Because last time I checked, to be good at any of these games, you have to dedicate time. Like, if you want to play Diablo and be up there farming and raiding, you got to dedicate time, right, Dash?
Yeah, I mean, okay, when it comes down to it, it's very... The reason I say loaded is because when it comes to endgame content, you got to look at the games that are actually like contributing to those endgame content. For instance, like Ubisoft is in a really bad spot, but they recently announced Division 2 crossplay. Awesome. A DLC. Everyone was mad. Why are they making a DLC and not focusing on Division 3? Well, they are focusing on Division 3. Turns out the DLC that they're adding for Season 8 is actually a scrap DLC for Division 1. That blew my mind. I didn't know that. Until I went back and looked at some of the videos, and I was like, yo, yeah, that's true. We were supposed to get a DLC for the park. I remember me and you were talking about it, like, that's going to be weird because it's like a graveyard, isn't it? That's going to be wild. We were all like kind of pumped, and it never dropped. Now, every week there's a refresh. There's a change. There's an invasion. You got to do these missions. Yes, it does get repetitive, but at least it's still something as opposed to nothing. You know, some games aren't even doing that. Once Human is another really good free-to-play game that like is coming to console, which is awesome. But what's cool about it is that it is considered a gacha game. People are calling it
a gacha. Okay.
There is paywalls, but the paywalls are 100% cosmetics. There's nothing in it that you have to pay real money to get this weapon. I got all the blueprints. I can master them all up. It just takes time to grind the stuff. There's no real like pay to win aspect as opposed to, I'm sorry to say it, but like
Call
the
of
Destiny
Duty
mobile game. Like Destiny mobile game, like yes,
you
did get like these little jewels, but you could also pay real money to get those other characters. And I thought that was kind of okay.
Well, and then the exclusivity of them, like you can only purchase them for this specific small window at this point in time, and if you miss out on it, you have to wait for it to come back around. And it's like, I think it's dumb.
That I will agree with because that's kind of dumb. Because there was actually a skin on Once Human I wanted to get because it made my character a TV head, and that's gone. I cannot get that one.
Yeah, and so, like, I get the idea behind these gaming companies wanting to continuously make money, but, like, game development has changed so far. Me and Dash were talking about this specifically. Like, in 20 years, games have changed drastically, okay? 20 years ago, they would make a game. You'd spend, like, 2-3 years in development, and that would be the budget that you would put into it would be, like, based across everything for let's call it 4 years. Let's say 4 years to develop a game. Okay. And then when they sold the games at that price point of $60, that was to recoup everything that they had spent, and they needed to hit a target goal of how many units sold, right? Here we are in the future where games still cost $60, and these games keep continuing, and they're still making money off these games, which I'm absolutely okay with. I have no problem with them continuing to make money off of these games. But I think that, like, without having that drive of, like, to make your, like, the extra money that they should be getting from the games, from, like, cosmetics and stuff like that, should be, like, icing on the cake or a cherry. It's something extra. That shouldn't be your main goal and drive point. You get what I'm saying? Because if you make that your main goal and drive point, then the price point for the game should be higher, which, as we know, with, like, the whole Nintendo Switch thing, that blew up way out of proportion when they were announcing the games for $80. You remember that, Dash, right?
I think so.
But here's the thing: is like the added price point. If I remember correctly, the $80 was only specifically for the physical copies. You can still purchase digital at $60, right?
I think so. I think.
Let me just double check. I want to make sure I'm giving correct information. But continue. Go ahead.
Well, when things moved from physical to digital, like, how do I say this? I pre-ordered Fallout 4. You know, for the hard copy, because I wanted the poster, and then it gave me a code for Fallout 3, all that stuff. But when it was going from physical to digital, like, if you pre-ordered it digitally, you didn't get the option to get, like, all the other little cool stuff, the things with it. But I think now you can, but it's still kind of iffy. Oh, here you go.
Yeah, so starting May 2026, Nintendo Switch physical games will typically cost $10 more than digital versions, with new titles like Yoshi and the Mysterious Book priced at $69.99 physically versus $59.99 digitally, which that makes sense because it costs more to produce that stuff. So, like that, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, if it costs more to develop these games, like, the biggest price point should be in the actual base cost of the game, not what they can suck out of you through the entirety of the game's life cycle. You get what I'm saying? And then, like, I'm not even gonna bring up the whole argument of, like, owning digital versus physical and whatnot. And then, like, that's a whole nother can of worms that I just don't want to get into that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm all in favor of them doing demos again. Bring back video game demos so that you can see if you like the games.
Well, I mean, they still have the demos, and I mean, for the most part, like, you can, like right now, like, Xbox does it. I know Steam does it. If you download a game, so say you purchase a game and you don't like it, and I think I know this is specific on Xbox. If you can't play the game for less than 2 hours and you return it, you'll get your full money back. Oh, what Pokemon game is this? This is Pokemon Fire Red.
If you don't remember, there was an issue with that with what was it? With Tarkov. Because you bought it on Steam and then you had to download, it took you to somewhere else. It took you to the Battle State driver, the Battle State installer. So you had to install it there.
Okay.
Wait for it to finish installing, and then you could play the game. But by that time, if you were like, "Oh, I don't like this game," it was way past the mark. Because I think it's Steam. It's not time. It's what you call it?
Time in game.
It's time in game.
Yeah. That's a whole other pickle in and of itself, which is just crazy.
And from what I heard, it's when you click on Steam's Play Tarkov and it shoots you to Battle State to download the game. That's all considered time played.
Yep. So originally I did choose Bulbasaur. So as soon as I get done with Sevii Islands, I'm going to be shiny hunting Entei. But I do have all three starters. So I have Charizard and Blastoise. They're just in the box right now. They're not on the team. I didn't need them for right now. I was kind of thinking about pulling them back out, but I hadn't fully decided just yet. So that's just another thing that sucks in and of itself. So if you're tuning into the stream right now, I am doing the Sevii Isles right now. My buddy Dash is joining me. So we do run a podcast. We just haven't been able to do a podcast. And with all the gaming news out there right now, I needed to get some of these things out of my head and to talk about. Some of these might be some clips. So if you're watching this on YouTube Shorts, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Maybe subscribe. What were we talking about last? Remind me.
We're talking about just games in general.
Yeah. Well, no, you were saying something specific. What specifically were you talking about right there?
I was talking about how
Tarkov
demos, like
Tarkov price point. Okay. Yeah. No. And so that's another thing too. Is that granted? What was Marathon's price? I don't think it was what, $40. It wasn't a full $60 game, right?
Yeah, it wasn't the full 60. Oh, let me see. I could look it up right now.
Marathon's price. I'm looking it up too. $39.99, so $40. Yep, $40. Yeah. I mean, that's not bad. I obviously like. It probably did. I mean, I don't know. I like that. That's a whole nother thing. Yeah, I don't know if I want to touch on that one just yet. Either as well. I feel like gaming is just in such a bad state right now. I feel like the companies need to figure it out and do much better for the consumer, because I feel like the consumers are kind of getting the short end of the stick here. Oh, we have the breeder here. I think. This is the breeder. Do I need to breed for somebody? I kind of want a Scyther. Do we breed for a Scyther right now? Do I take Scyther off the team? Or is there anybody else I want to breed for right now? I can't even think. Right now I'm playing Emerald. Oh, very cool. Man, I hope they release Emerald and Sapphire Ruby onto the Switch. That'd be super nice. I'm trying to think of what I really need to breed for besides Scyther. I just think not really. I think Scyther's like the only one I really want to go for, because I might try to do a second playthrough, but using Scyther and Scissor. I haven't quite decided just yet. Yeah, I guess we could do that. Who do we put on the team? Do we put Blastoise back on the team? Yeah, I think we put Blastoise back on the team. So I need to get Ditto on here just for a second. Do I need to take I did the Scyther have? Leftovers, I got perfect. Alright, perfect. Beautiful. Alright, go in here and talk to her. Alright, got my Pokemon deposited. Or granted, I could probably just use the PC in there, but that's fine. Well, I guess actually with those two... Oh, wait, do I need... Yeah, I need Machop on the team. Or Machoke. I need to make him a Machamp. We'll do that later. We'll put Blastoise on the team for sure. Blastoise, and then we'll grab Machoke. Alright, we got the team set up. Alright, this will get us through for a little bit. Nah, I just think... I guess I want to say what would like let's do it like this. Like, my biggest fear is that these games are all about to crash out and it's about to be very bad for, and like, all of us who enjoy these video games and love playing them. I mean, look at what happened with like Anthem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if you own the physical copy, the fact that the servers are completely shut down and you can't access it anymore is like, that's kind of crazy. But if I remember correctly, I think the players already got it back online, so it's somehow player driven. The players have it online, if I remember correctly. Let me double check that.
Well, here's what's crazy. I just seen a message for what's it called? Arena Breakout. Looks like they're adding a PvE mode or event.
To what? Arena Breakout?
Yeah.
And see, that's like I feel like it's just more cop outs, dude. I feel like it is more cop outs. Like add a PvE mode to Arena Breakout, which one was more egregious that was stealing assets from Tarkov? Was it Arena Breakout or was it the other one? I want to say it was Arena Breakout.
I think it was Arena Breakout. Arena Breakout was like a couple of like the items that are like
they were one-to-ones.
The lion and all that.
Yeah, and so it's just like, and that's the same thing that I'm giving Bungie kind of crap for. Like the cryo archives is cool in theory, but it's still just a copy and paste of labs. It's like, granted, you added a little bit more to it. You have like a major boss fight in there, and you got like the different things. But at the end of the day, it's still the same thing. It's an end game area to go, and there's PvP there. Like, we already had that. Like, I want to see more cool, innovative stuff, and I don't think that was very innovative. And given the track of the world first race, that's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it that with air quotations. It could have been done so much better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I guess there's not really much here on 4 Island to do. I thought there'd be a little bit more here, but it doesn't look like there's much. Wait, can I search this? I don't think this really goes anywhere. Oh, wait, no. Looks like there's a path that way. Stardust, we can sell that stuff. Oh, yep. Icefall Cave. Because one of the things that even me and Dash were talking about a little bit ago was specifically with the oh, we could just go. Oh yeah, we could go that way. All right, I just took about right in a second to figure that out. 48. Oh, you guys are kind of beastly. You guys are kind of up there. What was I going to say specifically? I'm losing my thoughts. I feel like I should have just done a talking stream today and not even been gaming. It's just right now. We'll worry about catching stuff like that later. A jelly bird. That's funny. Okay, so specifically to get my thoughts back together. One of the things that me and Dash were talking about, like a lot of these games that like are in this position would be so much better if they didn't have like the overall issue. And so one of the, like the big overall arcing issues between Destiny, Division 2, Tarkov, Marathon, Call of Duty, one of the biggest problems that we're having right now is the cheaters, dude. Cheaters are ruining the games. You know what I'm saying? And specifically because of how much money that they're making doing it. And the question would be, well, are the developers going to do anything to curb it? And it's like, well, I mean, theoretically, all the developers are making money off these people cheating. Like, even if they ban them, they just make new accounts, which costs them Yes. Oh, okay. I went to the wrong one. Okay. Let's see what I can do. They're probably not going to curb too much of the cheating for the simple fact that they're just making money off of it. What do you think about that, Dash?
As sad as it sounds, you got to look at the streamers too that are playing these games.
How so?
Like,
what do you mean by it?
Well, for instance, Arc Raiders has what's his name? The Burnt Peanut playing that game religiously. Lately, he's been playing other stuff, which is kind of blowing my mind. But like at the same time, it's like that's their moneymaker when it comes down to it. It's like got to keep him engaged because he's bringing a lot of traction in. A lot of people want to be in the games that he's in. They want to emulate that.
Right.
A lot of those streamers that are playing those games like that, it's like the more those big names are involved, the more likely the game is gonna like listen to them. But it seems like Embark is kind of falling towards the way of players. And I say that lightly because it seems like they are trying to focus on what we were talking about, where they want to do more exploration. What that really means, I don't know. Will they ever add a PvE mode in that game? Probably not, because they already said they were never going to do that. I feel like if they did, it'd bring a lot more people into the game to want to play without the fear of losing their stuff. Because that's the biggest thing, is the fear of losing your stuff.
Well, I mean, that's
Now,
the point
when
of
it
playing
comes-
the game. So it's like,
When it comes to a game like that versus Marathon, at least in Arc Raiders, you could get your stuff. You could get the stuff to craft your gear back. As from what I heard with Marathon, the looting is not very good. Like, you're not gonna. You could go to a place, you could loot it, and you're not gonna get anywhere close to what you lost.
okay. But see, I think that's a dumb derivative in the sense of like, well, if you take the fear of losing your gear out of it, are you playing an extraction shooter anymore? You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, it would be the same as if you were playing the PvE version of survival on Division 1.
Right. Well, so if we take the fear of losing your gear out of it, literally it just became a looter shooter, right?
Yeah, and then here's another thing. That kind of gets me upset is when people are like, "Oh, Division is copying like Arc Raiders and Tarkov by adding an extraction mode," and it's like, no, that was in there from the very first one.
No,
all these.
Yeah, Tarkov ripped them off. Division 2 came up with it first.
Yeah,
which is funny.
But that just goes to people are so accustomed to the games like Tarkov, Arc Raiders, things like that they don't know where they all came from. I mean, come on now, Pal World literally took their stuff from Pokemon. But if you think about it, Arc Ascended and all that, they have the same kind of mechanic where you can put your animals in little cubes or little balls or whatever.
They're cryopods, but yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're getting at.
So there's a lot of them that are like, they're just borrowing little ideas off each other, but people don't want to recognize that where did it come from? Where did it start from? And
right. I guess I'm not missing too much else from here.
I just thought about it right now.
I'll probably need the waterfall.
I really hope when the new season of Division 2 drops that they're saying sometime in April we're supposed to get crossplay. I'm hoping so. But it's April 1st, bro. What if this is a big, elaborate April Fool's joke?
That would be devastating. I need a better Mon for Surf and whatnot. I mean, I got Blastoise on me. I guess I could teach him Waterfall.
And then I read this article about Fallout 76 that...
Oh, he's got Surf. I'll teach her
the goal with Fallout 76 is that they want to create 76 updates. They're at 66 right now. One of the creative guys says that he knows what the 76 update will do, and it's going to blow people's minds. And it's like, okay, well then, what is it? Like, you got quite the competition at this point, because I mean, Division 2 already say Ubisoft said at the beginning of Division 2 that they could not make it crossplay because it's so old, and the way they wrote the games. But then now they found a way to make it crossplay. How? That's something I would want to know. But you know, it is one of those things where it's like, We'll wait and see. Hopefully.
Yeah, he learned rain dance naturally, so it wasn't like I'm wasting a TM. Okay. Dude, I think we're just at a detrimental time in the simple fact that we just need more from these games in the sense of like what they're actually giving us as a community. I feel like it's not what it is, and I feel like too much is being taken from the players because specifically like with Destiny, Diablo, Division 2, I feel like the power fantasy is gone, dude. I think it's really really stupid and counterproductive. Like these are supposed to be like looters. Whether it's Diablo, Diablo, Destiny, fucking Division, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, these are all like a type of looter game, right? Doesn't matter how you're doing it. Technically, you can shoot in Diablo 4 if you run a range class, but I feel like they've destroyed what it means to be powerful. And like I remember back in the day, like it took a minute, like in a lot of these older games, like to get up there and hit the power fantasy, like get up there to where you're strong enough to be able to do all the end game content. Like, to me, that's the way it's supposed to be. Is like, once you're at level, you should be doing the end game content, and it should be extremely hard for you. It should be extremely hard for you to be able to do that content because you don't have the gear that you need from that content. But once you get the gear from that content, that harder content should become easier, right?
I want to say yes. I mean, that's why I've been grinding Division 2 so hard right now, is because when the new season drops and the prototype, I've got I think 3 Lexingtons, and I'm gonna grab one, throw a talent on it, prototype it, and hopefully I get a good prototype right off the get. But I'm gonna dive into those escalations. That way I get the stuff to prototype all my gear. And then I'm going to go into the legendaries. I'm going to go into the incursions. I'm going to see and try to prove, did they change the gear for when you go into these incursions? Is because people are saying it's going to be flat statted. And I'm like, I don't think it is. Because that's the whole reason why they brought it. Because in Division 1, when they brought classified gear, that gear made you a little OP. And then remember, they had to adjust it right after they released it because it was like, you were doing too much.
That's why they only released them in waves. Then they released them in waves of 4. They never released more than 4 at once, so they wouldn't get out of hand. Which makes sense from a standpoint, and that's what I would like to see. No, but like think about this. And so this is where I'm gonna actually, which is gonna be crazy for me. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna come out of my mouth. This is where I'm gonna knock Destiny 1. You get what I'm saying? Back during when Destiny 1 was first out, you remember when Vault of Glass came out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you remember the Forever 29 thing, right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Because in order to hit level 30, your level was matched to what your gear was, which from a standpoint does make sense, and I was okay with that. So you had to progress through. So the highest level you could be would be 28 to get into the raid. And then if you got all your raid pieces, then you could be level 30. So in theory, once you got that, you should be able to do that content more easily. And this is where they even fumbled the bag too, is that it didn't really make a difference. It didn't like super up your damage or anything like that, where it retrospectively it should. And the reason why I say that is because specifically, like, if you're doing end game content to get the end game gear, if the end game gear doesn't make a difference, whether you're wearing gear that's below it, because even once you get that gear, it's still going to be like the same numbers. You're not going to do more damage. It's still going to be the same. What's the point of grinding for that gear or doing that end game activity when the gear that you acquired beforehand does the job anyways? You know what I'm saying? Granted, in Destiny 1, what did make a difference was the weapons. The weapons from the raid were insane, and they were super good. And then, lo and behold, in Destiny 2, like, raid weapons did make a difference. They made a difference for a little while until we got crafting, and then we got crafting so people could get god rolls, and then crafting within the raids, and then nothing meant anything anymore. And so that's what people, I think, were wanting when they kept saying, like, I want to grind. It's not that people want to grind. People want something to grind for. There wasn't really anything to grind for. Division or in Destiny 2, one thing people had to grind for was back when we had the pinnacle weapons, dude, like Recluse, Mountaintop, the Hush, 21% Delirium, the Breakneck. You had to grind for those weapons. You know what I'm saying? And they were really good. They were top dog. They made a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you don't have something to grind for, that doesn't, and like whatever you're grinding for, it doesn't make a difference. It'd be the same. It'd be the equivalent of grinding for cosmetics. And I mean, and then it comes to, instead of it being like RNG based and like RNG and skill based, it becomes a time over effort. So instead of putting in a bunch of effort, you just put a bunch of time in with very little effort, and you get very little in return. You get what I'm saying? I feel like it could be so much better. That's why I like Destiny's done it, Division's done it, Diablo's done it, and I feel like because that's just always been a big thing. Like every developer gets mad when you start one-shotting bosses. Am I right?
Yeah.
If you one-shot their boss, and the boss fight becomes irrelevant. It's like, well, but that's kind of like the idea. That's what people want to do. Granted, Borderlands embraces it a little bit better, but not as they embrace it a little bit better than the other developers, but they still prioritize, well, we want you to be able to enjoy the fight. And it's like, well, you can't dictate how I enjoy the fight. And if the way I enjoy it is one-shotting this boss so I can farm the loot that I want to get, so I can try out some crazy stuff, let me do what I want to do. And I think that's what we're running into, as well as a problem of control. Too much controlling. I think it gets very annoying for players. Lorelei, keep your filthy hands off the Pokemon in this cave. Do as I say, or you'll have to answer to me. Really, Dash? Did you just do that right now? Ah, shut it, lady, and leave us be.
The more you know.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. No, but I feel like, dude, and so that's why I said earlier, I was like, what end game's perfect? And I'd like Division 2 right now, like, yeah, they got the what are they called right now? Incursions. They brought incursions back. Incursions.
Yeah, we have one incursion. Should have another one.
Yeah, we're gonna have another one drop
with this season, but like every week is a reset of invaded missions. Then they're adding a lot of content come next season. More classified missions to do. I don't think I've ever done a classified mission on my PC account. I just kind of bypassed it all.
Yeah, I feel like it's still just rehashing old stuff, and so here's the other thing. So like they're about to include this new aspect to get the prototype gear. What's the activity that you got to do to get
Ascended? It's like Ascension.
No, it's not called Ascension. To get the new prototype gear.
Escalation.
Thank you. Escalation. Yeah. So you got to do this new escalation activity, which scales in difficulty, and you can purchase more difficulties. And it's like, God, where have I seen this before? Oh, that's right. Destiny 2 just did this, and it did not work out well. So you see where my hesitation is in that. It's like, granted.
Oh, are you talking about the new event, the thing that they added where you go in and do things and extract?
Good job. Good. Dude, fair point. That's an absolutely fair point. No, so specifically, I was saying, well, I mean, actually, technically, if you think about it, they're like, you go into a dungeon, in Destiny, you go into a dungeon, you get loot, and then you get out, you know what I'm saying? You extract.
Well, this one is a literal extraction. You gotta call in the ship to extract. Meanwhile, every single cutscene that's been in there where there's the ship, hey, you need the ship to be here. The ship just shows up, takes you out. There's no time limit.
Yeah. No, I get
you didn't hear them. You didn't hear them call the ship in the beginning of the cutscene. Like that. Okay, but I will say the extraction thing that they added in Destiny 2, I actually liked it. It's pretty fun. I just didn't like going against like other other guardians that either came in that was just automatically aimbotting my head,
Which
or
one?
using the.
Oh, you're specifically
What?
talking about for renegades. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was. It was a good idea in theory. Like it swapped up. Like, Junior, turn that down a little bit. You're turning it up too loud. Okay.
What happened, baby?
No. Okay. So
Turn it down?
So one of the things I thought you were talking about, back when we got what was it? Was it reclamation? What was it? What was the activity that we got before Renegades? What was that DLC?
My weight loss medicine came in because I'm a fat ass. So they want me to lose weight.
Wow. Before Renegades.
I don't know. I'm just kind of excited for what Division 2 is bringing, because they were really more focused on Assassin's Creed, and now that they're actually like putting the focus back into Division, and I think Ghost Recon. Well, I have a. What?
Are you on my thunder now? I got rid of all my rain dances. T-Bolt's so good. Do we just get rid of Shockwave? We could just, you know what, let's just get rid of Quick Attack. Quick Attack's not that good. We're not a physical attacker. I mean, it is priority. It's just, priority's kind of useless in this game without it, like, being, like, since this is before the physical special split. Yeah, so we'll take Thunder. So we got Thunder, Thunderbolt, and Shockwave.
So, like right now, I'm watching one of my friends, Nat. Because I have your stream pulled up on one computer, so the other computer, I have her stream pulled up for Destiny 2. And that's what makes it kind of sad, is that it's not necessarily dying. It's just a lot of the, how do I say this? A lot of the popularity watchers are no longer watching.
Well, I mean, like they essentially, like, compared to what Destiny used to be, like they screwed it up. Like they screwed it up bad in this regard. Okay, and I'm gonna say this flat out. Like, before Edge of Fate, like, Destiny was in a good spot, like really good spot with Final Shape, and they still kept up doing their things. But we roll into Edge of Fate, they drop Iron Banner, they keep a lot of, like, the little BS little events. Like, Guardian Games was cool, but Guardian Games isn't why I play Destiny. That's just an added bonus, you know what I'm saying? The Halloween event, the Dawning event, all the events that they have in Destiny, those aren't the reason I'm there for Destiny. I'm there for Destiny because Destiny is a fun shooter to play. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if the only thing is to play is these events that have, like it's still the same. It's still the same thing, just done on a smaller scale. Like, it's a content drought, and yet again on a minor scale, but it still affects the player base and what the players want to do. So, like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a sick trace rifle in there right now. Apparently, there's, like, a major god roll, and I don't even want to go get it. I just don't even care. I just don't care. And you know me, I love trace rifles. I love farming the trace rifles. I just don't know if it's worth it, because at the end of the day, it's like, even if I go in there and I farm this god roll trace rifle, which probably wouldn't even take me that long to get, honestly, let alone a tier 5 god roll. But what am I going to do with this tier 5 god roll? What could I use that tier 5 god roll in? Dash.
I don't know. Do a raid that you don't get, that the only thing to do a raid for is an exotic that's like a 0.01% chance to drop.
Oh, okay. So I could do like one thing that. Oh wait. I need a 6-man team for that, right? I can't run a raid solo, right?
Right.
Okay.
And see, that's the thing too. That's why I kind of like the idea that that Division is bringing back incursions, because those were just 3-man or 4-man.
4-man. Yeah. Well, regardless, 4-man or 6-man raid incursion, I don't care. I feel like if you have a good enough build, and this is where the power fantasy should still be in play, like I should be able to run the
Raven showed me her bondage stuff.
Well, we shouldn't talk about that while I'm playing a kid's game. Come on now, Dash.
Oh, it's for exercise. Never mind. It's an exercise band.
this guy right now. This guy.
No,
okay.
It's one of those things where games are coming out of the ashes, and I really hope that how they're making Division 3, how they're working on it, that it goes back to the roots, because that's what they say they want to do, is they want it to go back to the roots of Division 1. I'm okay with that. At this point, I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, they're just rehashing Division 1. At this point, that's exactly what we kind of need right now at this point.
No, I agree with you. Rebecca says, good luck. Good luck on which part? Dealing with my buddy here, trying to figure out what these game developers are going to do.
Watching? What are you watching it on? Or is it your other one? I thought I have both of your streams pulled up. Were you on Kick?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not on Kick. Oh, so I have 2 YouTube streams. There's the vertical stream, and then there's the actual YouTube stream itself. So I technically have 3 chats, because I have the Twitch chat, the YouTube chat, and then the YouTube vertical chat. So the upside to me streaming in the vertical is that when people are scrolling through YouTube Shorts, if they like any Pokemon content, I do have a chance to pop up in their feed. So this is very cool. Well, I guess I could just run up this way now. And now we gotta go to 5 Island. Go knock out the Rocket Grunts. That way we can get to the Sapphire, and then once we get the Sapphire, we can start shiny hunting Ed-type, which will be nice. No, but so specifically to the point I was making was like, I feel like endgame content, it shouldn't be locked by you have to have a full specific team to get this done. Okay. I mean, it should be challenging to the point where it makes it easier if you have the correct number of the team, but to make the requirement that you have to have this many players to do it, I think that just hinders that still hinders players. You get what I'm saying? Like it doesn't promote growth or oh, it's a Wooper. I want to catch the Wooper. I want a Quagsire. Quagsire's dope, actually. Quagsire's actually
your mom goes to college.
That's so good. It hinders growth and diversity. It doesn't allow people to like try and do things their way, dude. Like the more we hinder the players, which they're already doing anyways, like I think it's so stupid. I think it's so counterproductive to the gameplay loop. Like Destiny's always been, and same with Division, is like go get this gear that you want to get, run this setup, and run this setup wherever you want to. You can run it in PvP, you can run it in PvE, you can run it wherever you want to run it. You know what I'm saying? That was the idea behind Division and Destiny, right?
Yeah.
But you can't run it anywhere. Like your PvE builds in Division 2 right now will not work in PvP, and your PvP builds will not work in PvE. There's no way around that. And then in Destiny, like you if you're running a PvP setup and you go to do some endgame PvE content, which is all basic content is endgame content, because if you're at 550, you have to run ultimate difficulty. Otherwise, you can't get good gear, which I think is stupid. Once
I figured out my Titan build, I was just going up from there, and I was like, okay, like 40 levels, 40 or 50 light levels above where I'm at, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just like the redundancies. I think that's like the bigger gripe here is the redundancies. We're doing a whole bunch of shit that we just don't need to be doing and getting so little in return. So my thoughts are everywhere right now. I don't even know what to think. Let's go. They said their hideout was on 5 Island, so we're gonna go to 5 Island. Everybody tuning in, if you guys are enjoying, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. So my name is Clown. I'm joined by my buddy Dash. We are talking about some gaming news, things that are going on in the gaming world, gaming industry, between a lot of different developers that we like and enjoy. Unfortunately, I'm having a hard time liking any of them right now. No, I applaud Ubisoft for what they're doing. I just hope it's not too late and all this effort isn't for nothing because of the hole that they've already kind of put themselves in.
Yeah, and that was my worry too. And then when you look at how many players actually came back, and like, I can't run, what's it called? What's that little thing that I run all the time?
Countdown.
I can't run a single countdown without running into
brand
people
new
that are like shade level 50, 150.
Those are low.
Like, okay.
Those are low lights, right? Blueberries?
Yeah. Those are major blueberries that like just started the game and maxed out. Which, okay, Ubisoft actually did something really good too. So if you don't own Warlords, you could still level up to the max level. I think it was what, 40, 50, whatever. Yeah, 40. You could max up to that and get a watch. You don't have to be in Warlords.
Yeah, no, that's a quality of life improvement and makes it for everybody.
That's
which
really
makes
good.
sense.
And then the new realism mode that they just did, that they have right now. I've done it a little bit. I haven't really given it too much like
time
work on because I was like, oh no, I got to get this resources to get my expertise level up, which I'm almost there. I'm at 29 now. You don't have to own Warlords to play that because that's where it takes place. It takes place only in Warlords. It doesn't take place anywhere else, just in Warlords. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And they were saying you don't have to own the DLC to play that. Like, they made it available through the realism mode that you could play it like that. It's like, that's pretty cool.
No,
Brooklyn, was it? I mean, given the price that I paid for the Brooklyn DLC, it was like, what, 10, 15 bucks at the time?
Right.
And it didn't hurt me at all. In fact, I was kind of like, some of my friends were upset about it because they were like, they're bringing deep fakes into there. Like, they're trying to explain.
Oh my God, Amber, welcome to the stream. It's been a while. Shadow was actually asking about you the other day. I was talking to Shadow and he's like, have you seen Amber? I was like, I haven't seen her since my birthday stream. Welcome, Amber.
Amber is the color of your energy.
Whoa. That's how it goes, right?
Yeah. But yeah, like with what's going on with Division 2, I was like, they were upset because in Brooklyn they started bringing deep fakes into there, and they're trying to show like how Keter was kind of set up, and then because he was set up, he embraced it. He embraced the whole thing. Like, right. I'm gonna be that. I'll be that guy if they want me to be that guy, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And now it's not that he's having second thoughts, but he's like, there's something more behind the scenes that even the Division agents don't know about. That's a whole dark web in itself.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's a whole other everything. But I was telling people about it, and then they were like, I just hope this is not too late. And I was like, well, their player base just shot up. A lot of people are, there was some Destiny 2 streamers that moved to Division 2 just for a little bit. Now they're into Marathon, which I get because you want to support the company that, the company that made your streaming platform. I get that. I'm not knocking that. I don't have a platform that I fully invest everything in. Ubisoft, Bungie,
right.
Microsoft. I don't. I like to play games that I like to play. I don't like to be held down. I'm not even a partner with any of them. I applied for a partner with Ubisoft just to see, like, what are you requiring? But they were like, nah, scrub, nah. And I was like, okay, fine. I see how it is. But then they partner up with people that when they stream Division 2, they're not even talking Division 2. They're talking politics. They're talking about the shit that's going on in the world. And it's like, dude, you're supposed to be streaming a game so we can escape the shit in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. At least we are talking about gaming news right now. I will give us that. Amber said, I've been dealing with a lot of depression lately and tell him to just reach out to me. I will tell him to do that when I talk to him. I was supposed to be on last night. I had a rough night too. So I feel you on that level, Amber. So
Amber, reach out to the big three, Clown, Shadow, or me if you ever just need somebody to talk to. I'm a good listener, believe it or not. The only person I ever tell anything to is my wife, because I tell her everything.
Yeah,
and she has a gold. And she just yelled at me from the next room. She goes, "I have a goldfish mind." She forgets people. Like I reintroduced her to Foxy, Xander.
Oh, Xander.
And they're because CJ's been writing short stories, and so they're linking up that way.
Oh God, I haven't seen.
And Foxy's like, I already met Raven before. I go, she has a goldfish mind. Dude, she won't remember you.
We start calling her Dory. She suffers from short-term memory loss.
I was thinking about that. I was like, do I call her Dory? But see, Dory will remember based off of key, elements. Raven don't remember, especially when I tell her this is what that happened right before this happened. So you don't remember? No. Okay. We bought a newer model iWatch for our son that had GPS. Left it on the recliner. I told her, just move it, to like this little shoe rack thing that we have. Just put it up there. It's gone now. Somewhere in our living room, it's gone. She doesn't remember where she grabbed it. She doesn't remember where she put it. She don't remember nothing. Goldfish mind.
Sounds about right. All right, we're gonna move. I gotta move what's his face off the team because there's gonna be a lot of poison types. So we're gonna move you off. We're gonna swap you out with Alakazam, and then I will grab the amulet coin back because oh shit. Oh, my wife's calling me. All right, hang on. Chat. Entertain chat. I'll be right back.
Entertain chat. I just saw something right now. What is this game called? Blood and Zombies, huh? Blood and Zombies. Not interested. So how everybody doing today? I got all the chats up. I've got it. Discord, this one, and this one. Oh, okay, now I've got to go. I'll be right back. I'm sorry, guys. I'm here. Clown is still gone.
All right, Dash, did you see the message that that Amber last sent?
Where?
Thank you guys, though I don't have a way to talk with Dash, and Shadow's been super busy, so yeah. Did you see that?
Aren't you on Discord?
Yeah, I believe she's on Discord. Add Dash on Discord. Dash, put something in there so she can connect with you. It'd be greatly appreciated. Yeah, oh, I'm frustrated right now. I want to continue with the stream, but this is, I'm aggravated right now.
I feel it. Is she a mod in your channel?
She is a moderator in my Twitch. She is a mod.
No, in this is she in your Discord?
No, she's not in my Discord. I got the dog barking in the background. It's just. I apologize, chat. I'm trying to get my thoughts together here. I'm trying to think of like what the best plan of attack is. This is all just messed up for me today. This is not how I wanted to do this. I was hoping this is gonna be a lot better. Did she not message? She didn't message me back yet. I have the same username though on Discord. That's what she said, Dash. Dash, can you add her on Discord? And then just let me know when you've done that.
Is it the same?
She said
picture?
same name. Oh, I have no idea.
I sent a friend request to somebody.
Amber, let us know when you got it. Items real quick. I'll get set up and ready to go for. Yeah. Did she accept your friend request, Dash?
I don't know. I see.
She did. She accepted it. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Good. Yeah, so, Amber, if you need anything, just reach out to Dash, and if you need to get in touch with me, Dash can get a hold of me as well. Thank you to everybody who came by tuned to the stream. I gotta end the stream right now. This is, unfortunately not how I wanted to do things. It's just a late start, and I already kind of knew this was gonna be bad. I was kind of tempting, like, whether or not I wanted to stream anyways, and yeah. I guess I shouldn't have today. I should have just canceled it off until tomorrow, but we'll see what it is. I might stream tomorrow. I don't know. I gotta figure some stuff out. I gotta plan some stuff out. Yeah, this is not exactly how I wanted to do this, so I apologize in advance. Thank you to everybody who did come by and tune in. If you guys are enjoying, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I got some videos that I need to get edited and uploaded. I just need some more time, so hopefully I can figure out something, but I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good rest of your day. Amber, have a good one, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.